Hey, okay, so I need to share another prophetic dream. This one is called Things Are Coming Full Circle. Get the lesson, okay? God led me to title this one that things are about to come full circle and make sure you get the lesson, okay? And then he also added that there is a shift on the other side of your obedience, all right? He also added there's a shift on the other side of your obedience. Okay, so this dream starts out to where I'm at the gym that I work out at throughout the week. And so I'm coming out the locker room. I'm ready to start my workout. I get on my first piece of equipment and I do probably like 2 sets on the gym equipment, right? And I end up stopping after like the second or third set because in my peripheral vision I could see like it was equipment on the right of me, and all of a sudden there's nothing there anymore. So I stopped like after my second or third set because all the gym equipment to the right of me just disappeared. There's nothing there but open space. And then I have a knowing that the gym is about to be remodeled, right? So I have a knowing the gym's about to be remodeled. And then all of a sudden, I have this K cup in my hand, like the K cup, the K coffee cups. So I'm holding a K coffee cup in my hand, right? And I end up dropping it all of a sudden. As soon as I drop it, this coffee cup, this K cup starts gliding. It doesn't roll because it's right side up. It literally glides across the floor, and I'm trying to pick it up, but it keeps moving. And so I'm following it, and it's going further into the gym, and it starts doing some zigzags, y'all. This K cup start doing zigzags, and then it goes underneath this table that appeared, and it starts doing donuts. It starts making circles underneath this table. So it starts going around and round and round and round in circles over and over and over again, really, really, really fast. And then all of a sudden it just stops. It stops in place. And I'm like, what? And the few people that were around, we were just staring at it like, what? And so, anyways, I pick it up and then I look at it and I don't remember exactly what it said. I don't remember the words that were on it, but I remember that I knew and understood what it meant. And what it meant was the words that were on the K cup, they basically meant a great change. It meant, these were the words that were in my spirit. A great change was about to take place. Some life-changing things were about to take place, that people's lives were never going to be the same. I had miracles. Miracles was in my spirit. Unbelievable miracles, unbelievable change, life-changing things. This was a major change. Overall, the message I got in a dream from what I saw on the K cup was that people's lives were never going to be the same. That a great change was about to take place. It was going to be life-changing. It was going to be major. But this was a good change. This was when I tell you, I felt so much joy. I knew the people, I'm talking about God's people, okay? I'm talking about God's people. I felt so much joy because I knew they were going to be excited for what was about to take place for them, right? So I pick up the K cup. It has words on it, and I know what the words mean, and it means that people's lives are about to change. And I had miracles. I felt miracles in my spirit from this. And right after I read the K cup, I happen to look at the table that it landed under, and there's gift bags on the table, right? And so there's this gift bag. Somebody opened their gift bag. They started opening it. They left the wrappers on the table. So they got like a controller for a game system, and the box of it is left on the table empty. And I know they went off to go use their controller and play it. And then there's some other stuff they started opening. And so they're not there with their gift bag. They're off, using their gifts and playing with their gifts. But their bag still has more gifts in it. And so I'm like, they didn't even open the other stuff. But I had a knowing that they were so excited from what they already received that they were like, they were off enjoying the first couple of things out of the bag, but they still had more in their bag. And so I'm like, okay, I didn't want to, stand around their gifts too long. So I was like, okay. And so then I started walking around the gym more because I wanted to know, I had a knowing they were going to remodel the gym and bring in new equipment. And so I wanted to know when they were going to bring it in because I couldn't finish my workout. I had only got on one machine, right? So I'm going to the front, and this gym, it's built just like the gym I go to, right? It is the gym I go to. And so I'm going to the front to talk to somebody. And as I'm going to the front to talk to somebody, I see gift bags lined up before I get to the front desk. It's rows and lines of gift bags that have been prepared, and I have a knowing that they are either ready to be delivered or some people might be picking theirs up, right? So some people are about to get it delivered to them, or some of them are picking them up or whatever, but they have been prepared, and it's literally like rows of them that have been prepared that are sitting there waiting, right? And that's basically the dream. And there was more to come. There was more to come because I saw probably at least 3 long rows of gift bags, and I knew that they were about to place some more gift bags, line up some more, and that they're preparing to be delivered. And so, anyways, that was the dream. And so I'm gonna try to break this down real quick for you guys the way God showed it to me. So he pointed out that a gym is a place where you work out, you train, right? You're training your body, you're shaping your body, you're sculpting your body, you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to build muscle. He was showing me this in a spiritual light, to how he's been the position we've been in. We've been working on. He's been kind of shaping and molding us, right? This last season, he's been doing a lot of shaping and sculpting and molding us. You've probably been having to let go of certain things. He compared that to losing weight. You know, that's what people go to the gym to do, to lose weight, to let go of things that are unhealthy for them. You know, carrying a lot of weight, being overweight is unhealthy, right? He talked about training your mind, your spirit. So he just said the place that we've been in has been training and preparation. That's what all this has been. It's been training and preparation, your mind, your body, your spirit to be healthier, and fit for the kingdom, okay? And then he also pointed out, okay, y'all, so when I go work out, sometimes I don't feel like working out. And so I'm dragging a little bit, but when I get to that first piece of equipment and I do my first set, I'm like, I'm pushing, you know, because I'm doing what I know I need to do for my body. But by the time I do my second or third set, my body starts to wake up, right? And it's like that first piece of equipment wakes me up. And then after that, the equipment I get on after that, I'm kind of like, I'm excited, I'm ready, I'm pumped up after I work on the first machine. God was showing me this part was just a wake up for a lot of us. A lot of us needed to be waking up spiritually, to our purpose. You know, this was preparation, which a lot of us have been dealing with this past year, this past season has been a wake up. You know, to the different things he wants to do in your life, and it's been preparation as well. Okay, so he did bring that up too. And so I also had a knowing that the gym was about to be remodeled, but that was it. The new equipment wasn't coming right away, and basically what that was to say was there would be more to come. So there was a break in between. I only did worked on that first piece of equipment, and I wanted to finish my workout. I didn't feel like I was finished, but I wasn't going to be able to do more until later. It was like the gift bags and the stuff in between was like a break, was like a rest stop, was like a rest period. So we've already won the victory, but what God was just showing here, there will be more wars to come. There will be more battles to fight, but we've already won the victory. But there will be rest, and that's what we're coming into next is rest and rewards and promises, okay? All right. And so the next part, I have this K cup, and it falls, and I'm basically trying to catch it. So I'm following it around the gym. And this K cup, y'all, is gliding. It literally does zigzags. I'm like, I'm looking at it like, what? It's doing zigzags, and then it does a bunch of circles underneath the table. God is showing me that's what some of our journeys have looked like. We have been following him, and sometimes the directions he give us, we may look a little crazy to people on the outside looking in who don't understand. This K cup literally did zigzags. I was following it. And when I picked it up, I saw what was on it. It had words on it, right? The words on it meant a great change. I don't remember exactly what it said, but I knew what it meant. I had a knowing of what it meant. And it meant that people's lives were about to change for the better. These are God's children, okay? I had a knowing that what I read on the K cup meant that God's children's lives were about to change. I also woke up with miracles. He had the word miracles in my spirit. That's when he was talking to me about miracles. I had this dream on May the 27th, and that's when he was really talking to me about miracles. He was saying a great change is about to happen for his people. That's what was written on the K cup. Unbelievable miracles, major life-changing things were about to take place, and that people's lives will never be the same. But I was feeling nothing but joy for his children about the changes that were about to take place in their life. So what he was showing me with the K cup, when it was spinning in circles, going round and round and round again underneath the table, during this process, he's been trying to train us and teach us things. And it's like we've been getting some of the lessons, but we've been struggling with other parts. And he brought up the story with Joshua and how they walked around, the Israelites walked around the wall of Jericho to tear down a wall, whatever. The instructions God gives you may not make sense, right? God may have told you to do certain things and they don't make sense for your situation. A lot of y'all may be under pressure right now, which was another reason he pointed out why he used the K cup in the dream. Y'all, I do like coffee and I like tea, but I mean, he could have used anything, but he used a coffee K cup. And he pointed out how, a coffee K cup is useless without hot water running through it, right? You need hot water to run through a coffee K cup. You need hot water to run through it for it to serve its purpose, right? For it to produce what it was meant to produce. So he pointed out a lot of y'all may be under hot water right now. You may be under a lot of pressure right now. Some of y'all are in need of miracles right now, like literal miracles right now. You may be under a lot of pressure. Your back might be up against the wall right now, and you may be looking for answers right now as well, right? He also pointed out that he's given a lot of us instructions, and we get distracted, or because of what we're up against, we have a hard time prioritizing the things God told us to prioritize over what we're facing. But the solution is in your obedience, okay? When he told me there's a shift on the other side of your obedience, this is how he gave me this. For one, this dream took place in a gym that I work out in, but he pointed out to me the equipment wasn't where it's supposed to be. The first piece of equipment I got on in the gym was shifted to the left, right? The equipment I got on is normally on the right side. So he showed me the whole gym, the way it was made in my dream, things were shifted. Y'all, okay. He said there is a shift on the other side of your obedience. That coffee K cup kept going around in circles over and over and over and over and over and over again, and then it stopped. Right? He wants you to get the lesson. You have to trust him for this. You have to surrender to him for this. He is the solution to your problem. Your problem is not too big for him. When he brought up the story of Joshua, the things he told them to do, to walk around those walls, and on the seventh day, he had them walk around it 7 times and shout and read that story. The things God tells you to do may make no sense for your situation. The things he's telling you to do may make no sense for your situation, right? You may have a need right now. And what God is leading you to do may not seem like it will supply that need. You may have a more logical way of supplying that need, but God doesn't want you to trust your logic. He wants you to trust his word, okay? So what he was showing me with the with the K cup spinning around and around and around in circles, he's been trying to get some of us to get the same lesson over and over and over and over and over again. And y'all, I'm not trying to make nobody feel bad, because this word was for me as well. He tells me constantly, the lesson he's been giving me is to seek first the kingdom. I come up against so much opposition every time I try to release a word. I'm a single mother. I have a lot on my plate. I'm stretched super thin. Sometimes he'll tell me, I had this dream in May, and I don't release the dreams when I have them. I release them like when he tells me it's time. But I have to be honest, like, I delay a lot of times because of a lot of things that that I have to take care of. I have a lot of different responsibilities, and so a lot of times when my back's up against the wall, God will allow me to be in positions to where I'm under a lot of pressure. And his response to me is seek first the kingdom. So still release the word, right? To prioritize his word, releasing his word, because that's one of my assignments. And you know what I believe, and I'm praying that whoever this is for, what God is telling you to do. And I'm rebuking all confusion in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Do what God has been telling you to do. And he said there is a shift on the other side of your obedience, okay? All right, y'all, I don't want to make this too long, but that was just the big thing about this dream. For whatever you're facing, do what he tells you to do, and there's a shift on the other side of your obedience. All right? And so the next part of this dream, once the K-cup stops, it's almost like the lesson, like I got the lesson, right? Whatever God's been trying to teach you over and over and over again, it's like you get the lesson. I picked up the K-cup, and the message on it that basically my life was about to change, right? Once you get the lesson, it's like things are about to take off, and take off very fast. Right after I looked at the K-cup, I saw there were gift bags on the table. It was so much in that bag. The person who opened it, they had so much joy just from the first few things they opened. They didn't even look at the other stuff in the bag. Just the first thing they saw was a game controller. They were excited. They were off to play with it. And they had a bag that was still filled with more things, okay? What I'm telling y'all is God is preparing so much for y'all. And I had a knowing that even though my gym was about to be remodeled and we would get more workout equipment later, right now it was serving for a storehouse. My gym had been turned into a storehouse, right? And they were preparing it. Gift bags had been prepared. I walked to the front of the gym. Gift bags were being prepared, and they were ready for delivery. And more were coming. I had a knowing that more were going to be lined up, but some of them were already ready for delivery. God said there is a reward on the other side of your obedience. He wants you to trust him. Okay, he brought up the story of Joshua and I'm walking around the wall. He also brought up the story of the Israelites and how they were delayed to the promised land because there was a lesson that he tried to teach them in the wilderness, and that was faith. That was trust. Everything he took them through, they seen him part a whole ocean, and they still struggled with their faith. Okay? This next place God wants to take you to, you have to learn to trust him, and you have to learn to obey him. And like I mentioned in a previous dream, to trust his heart for you, know that he has nothing but good things in store for you. Get the lesson, surrender everything to him. Surrender everything, your plan, everything, surrender everything to him, and know that he has nothing but good things in store for you, okay? Y'all, that was basically it. I'm excited. I know people are going through a lot right now. I pray y'all strength, but the main thing God was showing me here, he said things are about to come full circle. Get the lesson, and there's a shift on the other side of your obedience. Probably going to have to make another video about this, but he was also talking about the year of 2024. 24 is the number, 24, that's the number of full circle, right? That's the number of things coming full circle. This year is wrapping up, and so he's transitioning things already, but he wants you to get the lesson, okay? And again, there's a shift on the other side of your obedience. Get the lesson, all right? I love y'all. I pray this blessed whoever it's for. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed.